Do you shop at Design Within Reach and love minimalist design? Then maybe the Audi TT might just be your thing. Style rules with this coupe. It's meant to make a statement, something of a high-tech bauble for its owner. You certainly pay for the privilege, with the sticker price of this car coming in at $50,600. Now, why does this price raise an eyebrow? Well, the basic structure in the 2-liter, 220 horsepower turbocharged 4-cylinder are shared with the Volkswagen GTI, Audi's corporate cousin, and that car's nearly $20,000 less. So what does a TT's premium price buy you other than style? Well, it turns out that it gets you something of a glimpse into the future. You don't notice it with the engine turned off. There isn't even a center screen on the dashboard. But turn on the car and everything changes. This is the latest version of Audi's MMI infotainment system. The big change is right ahead of you, a giant screen where the gauges normally would be. You still get its speedometer and tachometer, but there's so much more. In fact, you can shrink those gauges to give you more room for the other displays. Google satellite maps show your navigation route. They're ridiculously detailed, including nearby gas stations and restaurants. Steering wheel controls let you make phone calls or pick music from your phone, again with more detail than other systems. There's even news and weather updates, all on the screen straight ahead of you. All of this complication is controlled primarily through the steering wheel controls, though you can also use voice commands or Audi's familiar console controller. This is all very high-tech with very clear graphics. Thing is, this dashboard design presents a whole lot of information straight ahead of you. That can be really distracting, especially if you do something that you really shouldn't do, like reading those news and weather updates while you're driving the car. Also, your passenger might feel left out because everything is in front of the driver. They're not going to be able to help you tune the radio or program the nav system. Inside are more unique touches, like climate controls tucked into the vents, or the optional Swanky diamond stitching on the front seats. Practically speaking, this is a 2-door sports coupe. You get a tiny rear seat, but that's for kids only. Buy the convertible version of the TT and that seat goes away. At least putting the top down helps with visibility, which is pretty tight out of the coupe. Given that, we definitely suggest getting the optional blind spot monitoring system. Unsurprisingly, driving the TT feels a lot like driving the Volkswagen GTI. It does a good job of balancing a sporty feel with a nice level of refinement. While the TT does offer Audi's Quattro all-wheel drive, you cannot get a manual transmission. Gotta admit, that's something we kind of expect out of a sports car. That omission pretty much sums up the TT. Style and high-tech here are the emphasis, rather than overt sportiness and value. For more, check out consumerreports.org.